Welcome back to another episode of The 12, our epic campaign of discovery and adventure across the continent of Khorvaire. If you missed the last session, you can check it out on the channel page or by clicking the link down in the description.
Last time, a mysterious figure named Zayne stepped from a mirror-bound prison. Together with Morien, Jasira, and Boko, they ventured deep into a chamber where secrets slept. Unfortunately, there was no basilisk, but there was a strange device that whirred and flickered, casting a grand map of Khorvaire upon the walls, and marked with ominous landmarks a counted reading 8 out of 12. And these were not cats, you see, but something mysterious and elusive. Boko snatched the memory disk away, and our heroes slipped back into the night. Back at the Seventh Eye, alliances were tested. Morien, Alma, and Redbeard considered an offer to join the Iron Horizons crusade against an unnamed estate, but left with the matter still unsettled. The company, meanwhile, puzzled over the riddle of 12, moons, threads of magic, and even an ancient schism of the sovereign host. All theories were laid bare upon the table, yet no answer rose clear. Roland lost himself in the library's endless shelves. Rennie spread the ballad of Boko from ward to ward, and Jasira, in equal parts anxiety and determination, baked by morning and sparred by evening. Clyde, ever the silver tongue, walked beside Lady Bira to the College of Ulm, meeting a halfling harper named Homer Slaith, who promised to turn an ear toward Galar Ranshin's machinations. And from there Clyde tiptoed into the bustling halls of the Daily Trumpet, where he met a charming spinner of tales, master of the airways, the cogcaster himself, the one, the only Jasper Voxwell. There Clyde began to spread more word of the Iron Horizon before adding in a shameless plug for his hot, tasty buns. Yes, friends, the city is abuzz with the Iron Horizon's ballads, whispers of intrigue, and the Seventh Eye's buttery buns. Yet for all their efforts, the choice of the Verdant Vale still looms. Will they join the fight? What is the center of all these 12s? And how many mouths will Clyde's buns leave watering? Let's tune in and find out.
So when we had last left off our crew, we had about 3 days before the beginning of the Lord's Festival. You all were in the middle of taking care of some research projects, beginning to work through the job boards, and also trying to spread word across the city of your deeds in an attempt to gain some notoriety. And the other event that was upcoming, the Lord's Festival itself, was another path that Alistair had laid out before you, a way to get the ear and eye of some of the mysterious rulers of the city, these masked lords that were apparently the governing force, though the masked aspect, meaning that they weren't known who they were. And so you all have these few days left to prepare, to investigate, and to discover anything else that might assist you in your various efforts here within the City of Splendors. So as we come back to you all on the morning of this next day, what are you all doing?
Clyde's going to turn on the radio thing that he definitely bought a couple of, and there's one in the shop. See if he can tune it to the station that has it might have his ad pop up.
Yeah, sure. You flip on the aethergram machine that you have as everybody's kind of gathering early in the morning, and sure enough, you hear Jasper Voxwell's...
Clyde woke up earlier than he usually does.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you midnight snackers with a taste for the finer things, have we got a treat for you? Step right up, because the Seventh Eye is showing off its buns, and oh, what buns they are! Soft, warm, and just the right size to fit snugly in your hands. Some folks like to butter them up, others prefer to nibble slowly and sever every bite, but however you handle your buns, we promise you won't leave disappointed. Where the crowds can hardly keep their eyes off these beauties, round, golden, and always fresh, our buns are the talk of the town. You'll be coming back again and again saying, my word, I simply can't get enough of those savory buns. So don't be shy, step right up and grab a pair tonight before someone else gets their hands on them.
And for some of you who are newer to the city, this aethergram technology is relatively strange. Certainly unlike anything in any other city within the human nations. This is a true invention of artifice that Clyde has turned into very thinly veiled marketing.
Yes, thinly veiled, of course.
Extremely thinly. Depending on if he's wearing his pants or not, Clive can make some money on the side.
Depending on if he's wearing his pants or not?
His special pants.
His special pants.
You didn't originally say that.
No, I didn't.
It's one and the same, right?
It is.
Yeah, did the intent of the statement change at all by specifying that?
I mean, you never know.
I mean, at this point, we all know what Clyde is about now.
Booty,
Even
booty,
though-
booty, rocking everywhere.
He is not the party. Has not had time with the succubus yet. 2 party members have.
Not yet. And wasn't
Oh,
he
that
one of
made
the
me have a
ones
heart
who
attack.
made the original deal?
Like a half deal, and it involved more of like an orgy at the church.
Yeah, and Roland was the other half of the deal, so I think it's balanced out.
Will die. He will not be able to come up for air.
And for Boko, I know that you said you were potentially leaving, or going to pass along that memory disk and instructions on the traps within the tower to Laren Kivahal, the mage. Was that still something
Yes.
that you had wanted to do?
Yes, specifically with instructions on how to access the machine.
And were you just leaving them at the tavern kind of in a message for him, or were you delivering them personally?
I will leave them, as we discussed, at the tavern itself, just because I want to make sure that not everybody knows that we're working together yet. And I think keeping it that way would be beneficial.
Okay. And for Clyde, both you and Rennie, as you're going around the city, you start to hear more and more that conversation where things like the Iron Horizon, the Seventh Eye, the Ballad of Boko start to come up more and more in these conversations, or you hear them in the taverns or in the theaters. Word is certainly starting to spread across the city.
Oh, good. We're going to get our names on everyone's tongues right on time for us to be in trouble with the law.
Like, that could have been phrased differently.
do it.
It could have been, but that is a way we're doing things.
And for Morien, you and Redbeard and Alma had discussed with the rest of the Verdant Vale, kind of trying to determine the path and what you wanted to do the previous evening. Kind of working with Redbeard, are you going back to the Seventh Eye to give them a decision, or is there still more discussion that needs to happen on how you'll be assisting them or what that looks like?
I think I do want to confirm, that the next morning that it's still going to be the 3 of us are still going to embark on it, but the group as a whole is holding pending judgment sort of thing.
Yeah, they said Garrick and Zayne at least definitely said that they would be nearby.
Yes.
So you at least have 5 of the 7 that will be kind of
yes,
close.
which I don't need to tell the Iron Horizon about the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go wandering over to their shop. Sort of saunter in. Looking around the place.
And
Pondering the stories that all those things.
Clyde, what is one of the items that Morien sees on the shelves here?
You immediately get hit on by the dismembered head that's wearing the
The helm of salacious behavior.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to have the necklace of the Selekian necklace, so it's got a big mustache as well. But yeah, no, you are
How
aggressively
totally
hit on by a disembodied head as you walk in.
Ah.
Clyde or
So I'll
Boko,
stop
you
and
wanna
flirt for a little while.
do you wanna voice what that sounds like?
This is gonna be fucking awful.
All the better.
The Crown of Salacious Behavior has heard the stories of Morien, understands quite a bit about them, but is also very, very respectful of their identity. So the Crown of Salacious Behavior says, "Hey Morien, let me see them titties." Fucking awful.
Really?
That's gold. Terrible, but so on brand for what this item is.
And Morien kind of leans against the counter or shelf or whatever this thing is on. Really now? You're making some assumptions here, do tell.
This is like a never-ending conversation that's gonna happen. Watch.
Just 2 insatiable entities.
Well, I don't know about anyone else, but Clyde would break up this conversation if it started. He would just wait and see how long talk with the overly flirtatious talking head.
I mean, for what is Clyde in the room? Who's in the room? I mean, you've got your 2 shopkeepers.
Well, one of them's in the back making buns, always making buns.
Yeah, I would say for the,
Slaving over the item.
at this point it's fairly
And a skillet.
early enough in the day that most people are out here. We'll say Jasira is in the back with Rocky working on the buns.
You hear BAM! And then, all right, move.
I forgot about. I always
You
forget
have to
about
say
it.
BAM.
Yep.
And out come perfectly seasoned and flavored buns. Somehow.
Magic of Emerald.
Things go in, buns come out.
So you do have quite a diverting way about you. Do you happen to know any of the stories of these things? How about that over there on the wall? I'm talking to the disembodied head. If that's who's in the room, that's who I'm going to talk to. I mean, you know.
I mean, there's others in the room. Most of the individuals, I think, are kind of around this space at this point in the day. If you wanted to try and talk to someone else. But I mean, the helm will talk to you as long as you want. In backhanded compliments every other sentence.
Well, you know, Morien can can return a few of those too. Morien is highly charismatic, despite how some people portrayed them. Morien hasn't learned about that yet. Wait till Morien learns about that. That's going to be fun.
But Clyde, yeah, you see Morien in here making conversation with the helm. And Redbeard, I'll say, and Alma are also kind of following after her at this point.
Them.
My apologies. I'm always looking at you and addressing
I know,
you.
especially when I have my hair down. It's, you know.
Oh, goodness. But yes, they're following after them into the store. And Alma's just kind of looking through the various things, and Redbeard is kind of like standing on the backs of his heels, just kind of looking around. So
And Morien's gonna find a convenient counter or something that's somewhat clear, and sort of get up on it and kind of lounge back on it.
yes, we were told we might get details upon being interested in the next steps.
And you are, darling? Or was that Redbeard?
That was, yeah, Redbeard is kind of looking around at this room,
Okay.
trying to...
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, he takes ego damage.
That's right. Looking around, looking at the stories.
Those papers right there, I found them in a fireplace in a workshop we went to, and well, I'm pretty sure they tell the story of an apprentice getting it on with every single one of the researchers, but they went up through the levels, so it was kind of a good story. I didn't get any actual research papers, but I think I got the important stuff.
Hell.
Good for them, I
Right?
suppose.
That's what I said.
Well, if I may, do you have what's the next step here in this whole plan of y'all's?
Well, I think before we get to just blowing up that estate or whatever it is Roland's planning on, we're gonna go and make nice with these lords at this sort of festival they got.
Oh,
We can get at least a couple of them sorta on our side. It'd make it a lot better when we make an estate disappear.
so we're going all fire and brimstone on this estate. And is this like no survivors, burn it to the ground type thing?
I think, yeah.
And so
Well, the enslaved people, we can let them go.
oh, they are enslaved individuals.
Well, Jasira, well, I can't. Yes. No, Jasira, our friend, her people. That's part of why we got up over there in the first place. And found out they're doing even worse things. So now it's less personal and a little more professional. Still gonna blow it up, I think.
What worse things are they doing?
You're gonna have to talk to Boko and Roland because I don't like thinking about it, and it keeps me up at night, and I don't like that. Boko, Roland wants to talk about the heebie-jeebie stuff at the estate.
Boko, are you
I
here?
wasn't there.
Out of the-
I was trying to burn it down with flaming sock arrows. I was on the outside. I was distraction.
Boko is coming out of the back room, holding a tray of buns that he intends to bring to the hospice. As he arrives,
Ah, so you might be someone a little more knowledgeable then about plans for collaborations. Those who are recruiting help ought to at least provide some sort of a briefing? Or is that a little much to ask?
I must admit, I'm not exactly sure what all we're signing on for. It sounds even more intense than what we had heard of last.
It will be very dangerous.
Well,
I am hesitant to provide an excessive amount of information before as we have so much time in between now and then.
For people in a hurry, you seem to be a little on a slow timetable.
There are things in the city that we are tending to.
so if we've got
Hospice.
time to tend to things, what is there anything that you need us to be doing in the meantime?
Do either of you have any skills with healing?
I think at this point Redbeard kind of looks over at Morien and looks over at Redbeard.
That's
Boko's gonna lean into Redbeard very closely and go, anybody else?
I mean,
I can do some pretty illusions to distract a person, but that's not.
I can't lose your body to not be wounded while you bleed out.
It doesn't seem like it would be maybe that helpful.
whenever
yes.
We thought we were signing on
but
for
imagine if it wasn't there.
What are you talking about, Boko? Just drink the moonshine. It'll heal you right up. You know that.
Is there anything else we should be doing?
and I'll say at this point, Alma kind of speaks up. Anytime they get hurt, it's usually me and Andy who help out. Andy does more of the potions and alchemy stuff, but I've got some magic that can sew people right up.
Alma, you have seen the state of the hospice. You understand what's going on there.
Yeah, the people there don't look like they're doing so great.
They are not. And so in our free time, those of us that can heal, we have a tendency to go and aid in ways.
All right, so we've got some volunteer service. I'm not sure, does that connect up with this estate stuff?
Sort of. We are hoping to gain favor with the lords of the city, who may fund or lend aid to this crusade.
Right. So then the three of us, we're just kind of biding time until you all tell us it's go time?
Roland stumbles in with his hair kind of disheveled, with notes shuffling out of his arms everywhere and books stacked up, and just goes, "All right, I think I may have figured something out. There's a bit of a pattern going on here. Oh."
And Morien is leaning down, picking up things, of course glancing at them as I hand them back to Roland.
A fair number of them have to do with the tower mystery that you guys were already investigating.
It's good to see you too.
So, you all are back. Is this a back or a want more information back?
Definitely. You have
That was an
hit the
either
nail
or, not
on
a
the
yes,
head
no.
exactly.
Hey, hold the phone. Let's not get into this again. It's too early and I haven't had any coffee yet.
Well, why didn't you stop off with me and Alma on our way?
I was catching up. I had some things to do this morning. It's fine. I'll get some in a moment, but let's just take care of this. We're interested, but also overwhelmed by whatever's going on and unsure exactly what you're asking us to do. So,
Excellent.
where do
We're
we
on the same
start?
page.
Great.
So, one of the things that we are trying to do, how much have they confused you so far?
Yes.
Not at
Only a
all.
little.
Perfect. We're trying to curry favor within the city before we make a move. There are a number of different ways that we are doing that. They're spreading around rumors by being charismatic and doing people things in bars. There's joining the tournament that's coming up here soon and trying to curry some favor that way. And then there's also solving problems for the police. Like, I don't know, maybe a major terrorist attack that knocked down a prominent structure in the city.
Right.
So, if maybe I've got some research here that I've been putting together on a number of different things that have to do with, well, everything. And if we can wrap that up and have our name connected to it in some way, it will be helpful. And since you guys are the furthest along of anyone, that is the part that I would ask for you to assist with, or rather allow us to assist you.
Oh, sure.
In the meantime, before the assault happens.
Ah.
You are in for the assault.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
We're unclear what "in" means exactly, but we're open to gaining some influence and reward by assisting people in need in a tenuous situation.
Okay.
And while I
Galreth
certainly
Renchon.
I certainly have some charisma to share, puffing up the reputation of a perhaps sometime rival of ours does not seem quite high on my to-do list. I'm going to need a little persuading.
Rival of yours. Who is you?
The verdant veil, didn't we cover this last night when we were here?
I don't think we did. I don't think you ever brought up the Verdant Veil.
I think you may have been missing from that session.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But yes, the
I was researching, so that's still in character.
Yeah, we're...
Anyways, Clyde and Rennie have that well in hand. Galreth
I'm working
Renchon
on my
is who...
bonds. What?
I'm going to walk out of here again if you talk over me one more skittish time.
All right.
Do you want to know or not?
Yes.
Galreth Renchon has a slave labor force that Jasira used to be a part of. We are planning to free them. And disturb whatever other sick and disgusting plans he has going on in his basement.
Gotcha.
where he is performing experiments on these slaves.
So, big
Now
name.
that we have a name, can I do a history check to see if I know anything about them?
Sure.
Because they didn't give us a name last time.
See, that's pretty much exactly what I said. I mean, the details.
Never heard of them.
So, essentially, you all are going after somebody who's got more clout. You know it's going to be rough, so you're trying to get some influence here so that you can deal with the fallout, but there's still, I assume, a lot of guards and this slave force that you're trying to rescue, and so you need people boots on the ground to actually help you execute that.
Precisely.
Couldn't
Yes,
we kill one with
we
the
said.
ballistas? That's what we need for the assault. We lost the ballistas.
Also, there is some kind of extra planar assistance that these individuals on the estate have. What was I think we had the Valkyr, is that what they're called?
The Dalekier?
Dalekier. Boko will say, these individuals are referred to, we believe, as the Dalekier, and wield weapons such as these. Boko will use a handkerchief to pull out one of the Dalekier daggers.
Morien, if you want to roll me a Arcana or History check. But Redbeard looks over the weapon. I don't know what a Delkir is, but I have heard of Ranchun. I don't know many details, but it seems like getting assistance seems smart. If there is some sort of extra thing on top of this, are we expected to be fighters here? Are we helping pull people out? What exactly is the role that we're supposed to play in all this? And is there any preparations that we need to be making?
Fighters, if you're willing.
Rescuers, if you have
would
free
rather
hand.
not, yes. Whatever that you can take care of that we don't have to worry about while we fight is also extremely useful.
And as far as compensation, what are you all offering?
First, you will be receiving notoriety alongside the Iron Horizon in the city. The second, you will receive a portion of whatever we can take from this estate.
Equal share
I'll give you
of us.
a verdant veil. Go with your name.
And perhaps our bards may create ballads of your assistance.
Oh, I've only ever done insulting ballads.
I did not say it was going to be a good ballad.
Listen, if this is as dangerous as you all are describing, typically there is some upfront compensation in case shit goes sideways.
Unfortunately, this is very atypical.
What are your thoughts, Morien? Typically, I'd be expecting something in the realm of a few hundred to a few thousand gold up front on one of these. If we're
Oh,
not...
I could go to Kobold or go home with that.
I'm just going to look around the shop and go, does it look like we have that laying around?
That's what I was thinking. There might be something else that we might be able to work out.
This is also
In
a conversation
addition-
that should have been had before I started saying details. You said you were in, and then I brought you in, and now you're talking about payment on top of being in.
We're in, but how much we're in, what we end up doing, how many risks we're willing to take. Right now we're in off of familial relations and curiosity.
And that we had rescued you from being trapped within a mirror, correct?
Exactly. We
That
gotta-
does win you some bonus points from me, yes. Tell me a little more about the experiments. And Morien's looking sharply at Boko. What are we talking? What kind of experiments are we talking about?
Boko is going to look to Roland.
Permanently altering physiology without consent.
And you all are sure, yeah?
I blew up the lab the last time we were in there. Apparently I didn't blow it up enough.
Illusives, that's what we need.
And Morien will look over at Alma and then look back. And you said these are Jasira's people?
Yes. The estate runs a black market extraction service, if you will, from her home. The details of that I will leave to her to share if she chooses. But suffice it to say that people are pulled out of what they think they are being pulled out of a bad situation and getting landed into one that is just as bad, and we are now finding out in ways worse.
And so I'm going to look very carefully at Alma.
You can see, Morien, that Alma, a lot of this is not landed. She's happily looking over things. She seems to be pleased that people are talking rather than yelling. But the details, the intensity of the situation don't seem to have landed with her. And you also know that despite her paleness that she was interested in connection with Jasira, she's not actually an elf. She's just, Jasira's the only pale person similar to her that she had ever seen.
Right. And I'll look back at Redbeard. And when I've got his gaze, I'll glance over at Alma and then back to him.
Give me an insight check, Morien.
I'm rolling just great tonight. Very average.
While Alma looks kind of distant and pleased, Redbeard is very much the opposite, kind of walking into something that he thought he understood and finding that it might be significantly more, and he's kind of trying to pump the brakes a little bit. You can see that he certainly wants to know kind of the stakes here. And from what they've been describing, this is kind of an altruistic effort. And you've never seen Redbeard turn down something for notoriety. He's kind of one to always get his name out on things. Is the louder he can be, usually the better. He seems very hesitant here, and that gives you a bit of pause. All right. So this place is bad, and we want to try and put a stop to it. I get it. Do we know when we're trying to do this? Do we know how much time we have to prepare and get things together?
Can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Sure.
He seems... I don't know, something has changed. And I don't think it's just the
He didn't
information.
come out of a weird mirror.
Redbeard didn't. Redbeard was getting you guys over there to help.
To make sure, I'd like to flash of genius that and make it a 32. Boko is very skeptical now, and especially now that he's spilled all this information that he was kind of holding close to his chest. Boko's not feeling good about this.
This is the surest you've ever been.
Are you only looking at Redbeard, or are you looking at Morien too?
Mostly confined to Redbeard, just because he seems to have very rapidly changed his mind. And what Boko knows of him is that he seems to be very gung-ho and interested in fighting.
And also, though, Redbeard is not one of the ones that came out of the mirror.
Yeah,
He
he was
was-
the one that got you guys.
He was, yeah,
Yeah.
he came with us and got trapped in the
Yeah.
mirror when he was
Second,
there.
secondarily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he would have been trapped in the mirror if we hadn't come with him.
Gotcha.
Austin, that's a 32 on Redbeard.
I'm
Oh.
sending a message over to
Nope.
Austin. Yeah.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
it's secret. The rest of us won't know.
Whispers.
Ooh.
Boko is gonna take a step backwards and walk towards the front door of the shop.
Okay.
When he reaches the front door, he's gonna close the doors and lock them.
There is like immediate tension from Redbeard and I assume Morien, just kind of confusion and concern. Just, you want to explain that?
I am setting down my notes and my books and stepping off to the side and slinging the rifle into the low ready. Boko touches things, but I back him up when he does.
Boko is going to drop his cloak, set down his backpack, and look at Redbeard, and he's going to say, "We have offered a great amount of information, some of which it seems you already know. You have one chance to defuse the situation, and to walk out of here."
Roll me a persuasion or intimidation, depending on the tone that you want to convey here. Or how much of each tone.
All right, charisma check, guys.
Oh.
Are we all here on this one?
What was that?
Remind me who's in this scene. Am I in this one? I assume
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, we'll say that most everybody is here for this outside of Jasira.
I didn't hear what happened, but what happened?
Oh,
What?
do we have Bree with us now?
Yes.
Oh.
Perfect. Bree, you are
I was stealthy.
you all good. Jasira is in the bakery, and so this commotion, she could hear this and enter if she'd like, but she's not in the room currently. So up to you if you want to find a moment to enter the scene.
I will figure out what her passive is, but I'm sure she'll be listening for at least like half listening for keywords to be
Sure.
said. And
Boko, what did you roll?
A 32.
Oh no,
insight.
intimidation is 4.
Well, yeah, a 4.
Oh god.
Can I get a reroll on that intimidation check by just like racking around?
I'll say
Roland is far more intimidating than Boko is.
yeah.
I'll encourage you, Boko. Next time you'll do a little better.
I'll say here, as you kind of do this, Redbeard at first kind of just, I'm not sure what you're, and then there's the racking of the round, and Clyde kind of steps up and pushes some magic over the situation, and Redbeard kind of looks around, just, listen, I'm not sure how much is my place. I'm familiar with the estate. I have heard of it before. I did not know what was going on, and if what you say is true, I'm not sure who else is familiar or not familiar with what's going on.
Which is why we have been very careful with the information we have communicated.
I understand. This is a lot to take in. And now it now may change the role that we want to play. What you describe, if it is as bad as you say, if there are some strange creatures and actual slavery that is unwilling, especially if it goes beyond that, then these are problems that have to be addressed. Now, I know you all said that you were in there, that you blew up some lab. Is there anything that you all got from that, is there anything that you can show? Do you have any proof? It's not that I don't believe you, but more that I need to remove any reasonable doubt.
There's the dagger. We got that off of, correct me if I'm wrong, but we got that off of some of the guards.
Boko's going to start
And
reaching into the bag of holding. We also got these. He's going to throw down another dagger and throw down an entire arm that was attached to the cart. And drop down some of the armor.
Hold on 1 second.
He's partnering with forces not of this world in order to bring in slave labor not of this world.
I'm going to telepathically reach to Redbeard and ask, will you trust me to get the info?
Oh, Austin, the stream just went screwy.
Yeah, it's all sorts of weird, I think.
And it's back.
Weird. So Morien, you're reaching out to Redbeard telepathically, and you said what?
I said, will you trust me to get the information?
He responds back with just a if you think you can.
Well, for a change, darling, I'm going to ask consent. And Morien kind of shifts. They're sitting on the countertop there. Kind of shifts, puts a leg down. Boko, would you allow me to see your memory? I promise I won't go digging further. At least not this time.
If you want first-hand sight of the lab, you want my memory.
I will defer to the two of you as to which memory I should see.
Roland, your mind and your memories are more valuable and private than mine is. I have scryed upon and seen the lab myself. The answer is yes. He looks to Morien.
So Boko. And Boko looks speculatively at Roland. But turns and says, I'm going to read your thoughts, think only of your memories, and I will not dig any further. And I will cast Detect Thoughts. Which, with consent, I assume he chooses to fail the save.
Boko will bring surface thoughts of the scrying, but also will sort of lean back on his training of building spiritual defense, see if it might aid him in the case that Morien decides that she wants to push deeper.
Yeah.
They, darling, they.
Sorry, they. Yes.
I know it gets me every time, dude. As they cast this spell, and for this moment you kind of try to pull some of this up to the surface of your mind, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to first make me a just straight wisdom roll. More relying on the power of your mind and will to shape this picture into something that is clear.
Me or for Morien?
For you.
Okay.
Because the
Wisdom
first part
roll.
is on you, and then the second part is if they want to push more to clarify on their own.
I to
15's good.
also Clyde gave me a bonus, right? Or is
Yep.
that a
Yep, +4. It's not a whiz, it's for a check.
This is
this
technically
is
a
a
check.
This is a
base
check.
check, right?
Yep.
This is a check.
So a 19.
So
Okay.
that's a 19 on shaping the memory.
So yeah, Morien, you can see that at least from Boko's memory of the situation, that he once cast a scrying spell focused in on some small desiccated hand that Boko, I believe, they can see hanging on Dorn to you still, correct?
Yep, that is correct.
And this scry took them to some strange underground laboratory where this woman in a greenish lab coat with a strange mechanical prosthetic arm was experimenting on someone that looked similar in heritage and ancestry to Jasira. The walls of this laboratory were blackened, but nothing upon it looks very clear from your perspective, and you're not familiar with the estate, but this could be in any given basement anywhere in the city, country, the continent. From what you're seeing, there is a laboratory and there are experiments on someone of Jasira's kind, to Boko's knowledge and memory.
And so keeping that going, saying verbally, and how do you know that's at the estate? Using my words to influence where his memory goes.
Roland will step forward at that point and motion to direct the spell towards him, which you can do without a recasting, and he's going to recall his memories of that same laboratory and that same scientist within the estate.
And now, Morien, I'd
Okay,
like
I
you
will
to give
switch.
me a... Go ahead and give me a...
Whatever it is getting a bardic inspiration.
On
Clyde's being
Morien?
bardic.
Morien?
Huh?
You're casting one on Morien to help with
Very
this?
cool.
I think
Play
in
the
this
accordion
case,
for
what is,
Morien.
what is
Pulls out
your
the bagpipes
spell?
and disappears.
Go ahead and give me a spell casting roll for you, Morien, as you're utilizing the magic here to search.
That's okay. So that's going to be just a
It should,
charisma.
yeah,
check.
it should be on your spell casting page, or yeah, if it's
Well, it
just
says
a.
charisma, but I don't see a way to roll it there.
Oh, is there not one on there? But yeah, it should be, but plus proficiency.
Oh.
Okay.
Hold on, I haven't seen the roll yet. I might want to jump into.
Oh, plus proficiency? It's still in that
Oh.
one.
I think I want to jump in at baseline. Oh wait, shit.
Isn't that one? I get distracted in the crossover between people.
Morien, what?
The music
Roland-
changed when you switched to a different tab.
I know, right?
What Roland shows you is that they had snuck into some estate on just outside the city. There had been some sort of event going on. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of different individuals in like adventuring or mercenary gear. Roland had snuck beneath, found a secret passage that led into lower levels, and you indeed see that after maneuvering through these caverns, had gone and encountered the exact same room, the exact same woman, though before any scorch marks were there.
And I will turn to Redbeard Redbeard, I don't know the estate. How, let me switch to you, and you think of some identifying stuff about the estate.
Did you see an estate? And did you see some thing going on there? Were they doing experiments there?
Yes. What they have told us is in good faith.
That's what I was worried about.
Who else knows what you know?
What do you mean knows what we know?
You said that other people may know what we know because of what you know about the estate. So who do you know that is connected with Galrith? Who are you worried about? Because you are very clearly worried.
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I rack another round and make it intimidation?
I mean, if you want to make it an intimidation check, you certainly can. But it just changes the tone from how you delivered it, and so I assumed you were going for one direction. If you want to go a different, that is totally fine. If you think that
I won't help with intimidation, but if it's persuasion, I will also nudge with the psychic link I have open with Redbeard.
Okay, I will take that. Because he responded.
Redbeard,
he responded well.
Fight you had. You think we wouldn't help you out here?
Sorry.
That's what we're asking so much.
No, I'll take the persuasion.
How many bonus this can be? You know what? Screw it. You get bardic inspiration too. I'm going to sleep later. I can take a nap.
Hey, look! I rolled a 4. What's your bardic?
It's D6. Cool.
Really loving those 2s.
Okay, flash of
we're
genius?
doing great here, Roland.
Flash of genius, he can be at 15. He can almost be at 15.
What is that? It's a 6. What is your flash of genius, Noah?
I want to say it's +2, maybe 3, but I'm pretty sure it's 2.
I'll look it up.
So that gets me to 10.
Do I at least get him advantage?
It might be
with my
just enough.
helping action?
Intelligence is 3.
Was that for advantage?
3.
It's more was to affect the DC here or the outcome. So
it's probably not a 6.
6, 8, 11. So what happens here as this moment, there is kind of this hinging of clearly there is some connection, and Redbeard is hesitant to reveal. And as you all are kind of pressing it onto it, you see that Redbeard kind of turns and is just like, listen, I need just a moment. I know you all want answers, but this all doesn't make sense in my brain yet. I'll stay here.
We have a lovely kitchen that is good for thinking in, and there are some freshly baked buns.
Yeah, working with your hands is great for thinking. Get in there and knead some dough.
I think that's
and
a
this
great
is when
idea.
Jasira comes in and offers some hot bun. I've been slaving away.
Mom is gonna look so hurt.
Jasira walks in just to twist the knife.
Oh man, that's
Yeah, she do.
Bravo.
Well, because she was, eavesdropping just stuff. She's like, I got this.
I think that's a great idea. I'll just take some time. And he kind of just trails off and kind of wanders over to the kitchen, leaving you with just Alma and Morien.
Not too
I'm going
rough.
to-
It makes it lumpy.
I'm gonna kind of give a single head nod towards someone to keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't try and run.
Yeah,
Is there like a
Boko-
window in the kitchen that he could jump out of?
Probably.
We have a back
Boko
door.
is-
I'm sure we have a back door.
Oh, there's
We
gotta
make
be,
Clyde's
because
puns.
at least ventilation.
I mean, chimneys are a thing.
Boko is following him. Boko doesn't want to let him out of his sight. He is extremely
Excellent.
put off by this.
Yeah, and Boko, just from the past insight check, you can see that Redbeard is like shell-shocked, and it looks like somebody just stabbed him with a dagger in the paleness that has come over his normally jolly face.
He leaves. Clyde looks. So we're following him when he leaves, right?
Yeah. Does this look like a animal that's going to flee?
Give me another insight check for that one.
Rowan, you might want to be invisible for this. You want to be invisible for
That's
this?
not as good.
Possibly in a moment.
You
Alright.
see signs of strong emotion on Redbeard, but it's unclear of what way it's going to go. And so right now you are just extremely suspicious and wanting to stay close.
If he doesn't run when Boko walks into the kitchen behind him, Boko's just going to lean against the wall, sit quietly, but be ready to answer any questions that Redbeard has. If he runs,
Manager.
that's a different story.
Yeah, Boko, as you're kind of sitting in there, he just kind of goes over and just is immediately put to work by Rocky into just like kneading some dough and helping to cook. Like he's just doing something with his hands to try and keep moving.
Boko's
Can
going to
I
walk
take a
over
look
and
at-
start helping, and he's just going to say the only words to kind of break the silence. He's just going to say, ask any questions that come to mind. And if he doesn't, then they will just work in silence together.
And Morien, did you have something that you were saying?
Yeah, Morien's gonna check on Alma. Is gonna glance over at Alma because the tensions there, the emotional weight there would have probably caught her attention.
Yeah, you can see that Alma is certainly paying attention, and does appear confused. And you come over. Is Redbeard all right? What's going on?
And Morien will say very quietly to her, I think, he's having to deal with conflicting information.
I always just go off
He's
my
okay.
instincts.
Yes, and I think Redbeard is not as facile at that as you are.
I always told him that many drinks can't be healthy.
Hey, I take offense to that. Any amount of drinks is healthy. In fact, it's not even like 7 in the morning yet. Clyde's gonna go open up some drink.
I feel like that's the case in the point. Is that how it goes?
I think
No, this is the one that helps with Constitution.
For a second there, I thought you were about to say constipation.
Well, that too.
That
It does
too.
cure what ails you.
You know, if it's effective, right?
Eventually, at some point, eventually, all healing is just about purging.
Alcohol
Back
killed
to the
germs on
weak
outside.
days.
Alcohol killed germs on inside.
Exactly. I should be
Let's
the
drunk at
healthiest
8 in the
motherfucker
morning.
alive.
I love how matter of fact you said that, Adam.
That's just the day it's gonna be.
Yeah. And while all this is going on outside, within the kitchen, Redbeard has kind of been moving silently, but after a few moments, just kind of talks without looking at you, Boko. Just, if you found out that one of your friends knew about all this and never mentioned it, someone like Roland or Jasira or Clyde, How would you take it?
Boko's going to respond. He'll just say, questions would need to be answered. For example, if I found out that there is a chance that all of this could have been prevented if I had not done what I had done. Again, questions would need to be answered.
That's how I feel, precisely. But I also recognize the situation that you all are in and the reluctance that you might have if I were to go and ask said questions.
I understand that you will want these answers. However, if you ask these questions and you receive answers that you are not ready for, you may find yourself staring down a blade. Perhaps it is best if somebody comes with you.
Or if that person comes here. We can suddenly add some meat pies to the.
Boko's gonna sit
We
down.
can have meaty buns!
Boko's gonna set down the dough and actually look at Redbeard, and he's gonna say, I have already pulled you from one trap that may have claimed your life.
Give me another persuasion check at advantage, Boko.
And this one, I hope the meaning came through. Boko is more like, I've done this for you once, I'd be willing to do it again. I'd be willing to go with you to see this person in case it went wrong. And Boko is putting sort of everything he has into this. He's going to also use a flash of genius.
Okay.
Making it a 20.
I don't know when. He's not exactly somebody who's easy to get a hold of. Much less to get into a room with you. And I guess now I understand a bit more about why. I could use...
Do you know Galreth?
I know the name. I've never met the man. But I've seen his estate before. I've seen the elves.
You've seen the masks they wear. When he says elves, do I get the sense that he's talking about the pallid elves or the sort of elven like juggernaut figures, the Delkir?
You would assume it'd be the pallid elves. I can try and
They see something that... Go ahead.
I can try and reach out. But in the meantime, I'd appreciate something to get my mind off things to help me process. Roland was saying that we could help with this investigation. I offered back when we first met to show you all where some smuggling was happening, since you all thought that the Dask might be involved. I'd love an opportunity to smash some skulls with you all, if you're willing, because I know that with all that's happening, I probably won't get much space from you all anytime soon.
Boko's gonna set down the rest of the dough And he's going to reach up to put a hand on Redbeard's shoulder. Perhaps we should explain what we discussed with the others. I imagine understanding what you are going through may make processing easier and grant you some much needed leniency. While I have my hand on his shoulder, I'm going to try to steal a hair off of his head.
Okay, give me a
What?
give me a sleight of hand.
There's hair in those dough. There's hair in that dough.
You would have needed a beard net too.
Come
got
on,
it
baby.
over,
Yes.
Man,
Yeah.
you were built to steal shirts, aren't you?
As he's kind
Redbeard
of
does not know what happened, but he is now without a shirt.
he's
Just
looking,
an apron.
just an apron. Oh, God. He's looking so
That's a whole different kind of bakery.
just
This
like
is a skill I learned from Aegon.
oh, it all goes back to Aegon. Yeah, no, he is in this moment super hesitant, and he looks at you and he's just, I'm not sure if everyone would be as understanding as you. And as he's just kind of speaking out, you just carefully pluck out one hair from within the bun and have the long, thin red hair in your fingers.
And you hear loudly from the other, I'm drunk and I'm ready to fight!
Boko is going to look at Redbeard and very deliberately say, trust is something that goes a very long way. If I tell them, they will listen.
I don't have a clear path right now, so I suppose I have no choice but to rely on you all at the moment.
If I didn't think that you are going to bullheadedly rush out of this room and find yourself impaled on a spear, I would let you walk through that door. I think it is very important that someone goes with you. Whether that be myself, Roland, or Morien.
I'm sure anywhere that I went right now, between you and Morien, I imagine I'd have at least 2 shadows, if not more. But, like you said, let's go out and we can talk to him. I can at least offer something to do while we all figure this out.
Boko's gonna hold a hand out to shake.
Redbeard is still got that hesitancy to him, and it also just feels like I don't exactly know what I'm agreeing to here, but I'm along for the ride because it feels like I have to. And his reaction here. But he kind of shakes your hand, and the two of you kind of go out to where everyone else is, and you can see Morien kind of still talking over to Alma, and Alma's smiling, but Morien, they have that knowing look and are kind of watching for you two as you enter. Redbeard, how are the buns? They were good, almost. You know, they do smell and taste damn fine. I guess that Aethergram ad wasn't too far off the mark. And Redbeard looks over at Roland. You said you wanted help with the investigation. And when we first met, you seemed to think that the Dask might have something to do with it. If you're up for it, we can go tonight and bash some heads in. See if we can get any answers.
I'm always up for bashing in a Dask head or two.
He kind of nods a little bit. We'll have to wait till the sun gets lower. Is there anything that you all have between now and then?
I'm going to look at Boko for kind of like a vibe on the change in Red's demeanor.
Boko's just gonna give Roland a nod.
Perfect. That's exactly
not
what I
that
was
kind
looking
of
for.
nod. Not that kind of nod.
When has Roland ever looked for that kind of nod?
Not the take the shot nod. This is a it's okay nod.
Yeah, it's the slight downward nod, not the up nod or the side nod.
The
But
nuances.
which filters is Roland looking in, and how does he read that nod?
Oh no, I was looking with my left eye. I take the shot.
It's like that one meme. Roland sets his gun on the table. Boko goes, no.
But yeah, I'll look
Does
back
Boko have
toward.
the miscounter in the seventh eye. Is that on the wall?
Oh
wow. Can I actually wait, hold on. I have
Sorry. Just when I saw that, I was like, wait.
Just a chalkboard.
since I have now had an increase to my my intelligence, I'm gonna make sure we have a permanent installment on the board.
Ooh.
Near the helm of salacious behavior so that it can remark about it.
Good answer.
Every time
That's just- Roland just avoids that section of the shop at all costs.
Yeah, he
Just
only comes
never
in for
goes
multiple
all the way
reasons.
around.
Always has his bad eye pointed towards that side of the shop.
No, he just straight up like takes the kitchen to the pantry to a secret door that he built in to get to the other side of the shop rather than walk across in front of the counter.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, no, Roland will start working through, like with the nod from Boko, you'll see his demeanor kind of soften a little bit and he'll start working through the research that he was doing and bring them up on that, at least the parts that relate to the tower and everything else. All of the theorizing about the 12s, that might stay a little more in his head until it's more concrete.
Yep.
Boko is gonna say, Mr. Schultz and Jasira have been performing jobs around the city, earning favor. I have been assisting and also lending my aid to those that are injured in the hospice. I would like to bring Alma with me to the hospice as she has healing abilities, but whatever you feel you are best suited for, please make sure that it is done.
Well, I don't have a healing touch, but I don't mind tagging along, trying to see what I can do until sun goes down.
Boko nods. Alma, would you care to join us?
Well, I'd be happy to.
Okay. Boko walks by more. He goes, not you. And walks to the door.
I am crushed, darling. Ever so hard. Broken.
Broken.
I am gonna catch Redbeard's arm as he goes by. And just, I don't need to say it. I'll just look it.
There's all the looks and nods going on in this episode. I love it.
I know. and then you know, so they'll just, now you got me doing it. They'll just look. You have to look, and then let him go.
as Redbeard, Alma, and Boko kind of head out to do a day's work at the hospice, leaving just Morien and the rest of the Seventh Eye, or the Iron Horizon, within the Seventh Eye. You all have a few hours before meeting up on Redbeard's quest for some violent head clearing.
How many minutes of Roland nerding out over notes does it take before Morien starts snoring?
I mean, she has to join Clyde because Clyde is passed out by 9 o'clock.
Let the record show that I am a huge fan of this academia side of Roland. This is
Morien's got a fair amount of curiosity, so
Yes. But how long, because it's Roland, does it take?
Oh, Morien adores needling Roland. It's so much fun.
I say it's Roland who leaves, but Roland's just going to be explaining nerd
Yeah.
stuff, so he's not even going to care who he's talking to. Clyde will be snoring loudly.
And that will be something, is how long can Roland be in conversation with Morien needling it before he blows up and storms out?
That's a good question. Let me roll for it.
Constitution.
He makes a decent amount of time.
It should have been like a charisma save. I mean,
It'd be worse.
Oh, do you want to see that? That's even worse.
yeah, that's exactly why I want to say. Oh,
Better.
He lasts really well.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know what to make of that. Although I will kind of look around. I will kind of, look around. So Jasira came through.
Offering buns, yes.
Jasira, you need to change your name next session to Hot Cross Buns.
Hey! I mean, we can do that right now, because right now, we're not talking about family problems, so we can do something else.
Well, so we seem to have a little bit of time. Do you actually need my assistance with something, or shall I wander for a while? Or do you even want me wandering off for a while?
You should know something. The other day when I was looking around seedier parts of town, I may or may not have been wearing your face, and I may or may not have made friends with some Zahenterim.
Do tell, darling.
And I will.
Wait, that means that she's been wearing your face.
Ooh. Exchange stories.
But I will fill Morien in, since she has come in. I think that it is right to share that and not leave it for her to find out the hard way of what went down in the, I forget the name of the tavern, but
Copper Cup.
Is that the copper? Yeah,
Copper Cup. Yes.
The copper cup.
Yep.
Yeah, you fill her in a little bit. Fill them in. I'll get it one of these days.
Thank you.
Right.
Phil.
Shit balls.
I
Sorry.
I don't know why that one is so hard, but that one
Keep
is.
looking at
distinctly
the
hard.
image. Keep looking at the character image. Maybe I shouldn't be on camera.
we took a week off. We took
Yeah.
a week off. We're out of
I don't know. I was bad before.
Yeah.
Regardless, you spend some time getting.
I should
them...
be better. I literally just came from a theater.
But yes, you get them caught up to speed. And between all of you, you take some time throughout the day to review, kind of share different thoughts and theories, make some progress on your investigations, and continue to spread the word of the Iron Horizon around the town. Eventually, as the evening continues and the sun starts to get lower within the skies, you meet up with Boko, Alma, and Redbeard in the dock ward of the city, where you all had spent some time after the gala kind of investigating, trying to find some of the threads that you all had left behind. And Redbeard is kind of in a different mood. He shifted from kind of the aghast reaction that he had before, and now there is this kind of resolute determination. And you can kind of see him kind of cracking his knuckles as he walks with some purpose. All right, this place up here, it's a warehouse right on the edge of the water. They move a lot of goods and other things that are, well, less than legal. Everybody in there, I imagine, could use a good breaking of a few skulls, if you get my drift. I'd love to just kick down the door and see what happens, but I do recognize that I'm a bit affected in my decision making, if you all have another method.
Hey, he's the snaky one. What? I can be sneaky, but not like him. We can just go in guns blazing, though. Kick down the door, set everything on fire.
Actually, if we meet back up, I am going to want to do an insight check on Redbeard to see what Morien thinks. And it's dead average. I am just doing great tonight.
Yeah, you're catching that determination in his look. You can see that he's recovered a lot of the composure, but there's not a happiness or jolliness that there normally is.
Roland will look over at Redbeard and just go, "Who's in there? Can you do you know who the, I don't know, supervisor is? Can you describe them to me?"
How the hell am I supposed to know that? I know that there's
Roland's gonna put on the Karen face. Can I speak to your supervisor?
I know that there's some orcs and hobgoblins and such inside that, well, they do all sorts of shuffling of illegal goods, and I've seen the marks, so I know their desk. But I don't know who it is that actually runs the thing.
Okay. And Roland is going to morph into an orc in front of them.
And actually, darlings, do you need me on this one? This is exactly to my taste.
You don't want to join for the fun?
I mean, jump in and join if you got something.
Boko says what? I caught Roland.
Yeah, Boko's gonna look at Roland and go, do you need backup going through the front door?
I mean, usually she won't need backup from me, but sure.
Boko is gonna look to Jasira and just say,
You're gonna need someone to help you talk your way in. And Clyde's gonna cast his one-a-day disguise self and turn into a goblin version.
What was that,
perhaps
Boko?
we should be ready when things go south. Jasira, do you have that ring? The wrist pocket ring.
Yeah.
And the danger dot that indicates that we are in trouble.
The danger
I got plenty of those too.
Wait,
Danger
before we
dart.
kill anything.
Danger dart. Danger.
Jim, I want
dart.
to pull out my compass of true love and make sure my true love is not inside the building we're about to go into. Just in case.
The biggest plot twist is about to drop. Clyde's arc starts now.
It seems to be pointed in another direction.
All right, Clyde's
Okay.
gonna pull out a little book and jot down the direction it's pointed in.
Wait, do you have
Yep.
more than one reading? We can triangulate.
Yes, I have 2 so far.
Hey yo, there we go.
We will find
How
Clyde's
different-
true
how-
love, and it 100% is gonna be his pack duck that carries his wagon.
How many? How vast is the difference between the headings?
I think
Like, are they both
been
pointing the same general direction, or are they like
Because
this?
the last one was, I think the last one was at like Kobold or Go, or it was like it's like as soon as he got
Yeah.
it, so it was in the city.
Yeah, they've both been relatively the same.
Oh, she's far
Eventually,
away, man.
eventually. That's fine. I'll find her one day.
She's thinking of you
Oh
too.
my
No!
god!
Oh,
Joe! True, but Joe!
Perfect answer.
Don't worry, chat.
Don't
we
worry, she
wanna
likes
know.
him for his smile.
Out.
it's just gonna be. It's gonna be the bar where Clyde's gonna spend the rest of his life.
So, back on track. Who would like the receiving ring?
Boko
Hey,
will
go
take
be
it.
me.
Alrighty.
Boko's gonna cast Alter Self and turn into an orc as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, Morien, what you got?
There's a lot of green going on here.
Fine.
Yes.
And we'll all
Come on.
It's the new work crew. I
Hell
got
yes.
the muscle. I'm here to count your papers. I'm here to run your books. I'm the new accountant.
Danger dart. Not a danger duck, but
But I wear this with more
No,
flair.
no.
I like the danger duck butt though.
I say a little bit too much flair. Orcs aren't that flary.
Boko's gonna look
I
at
just-
Redbeard.
There's the teeth and all this. Says you.
Exactly what we need is a flare orc.
Well, look, Clyde is a goblin with his full purple ensemble still, so I guess he will go. He will look at himself, and then his vest will disappear.
I'm also a
I-
hobgoblin. I just need a less jovial hat.
Roland will hand you his. Which is also Gale's.
It'll definitely less jovial.
Can I wear 2 hats?
Absolutely. Who's
Why
gonna
not?
stop you? No one in this party. Oh wait, the DM might summon the hat police.
I've been known to do
As long as
such
I can have
things.
your shirt.
Just one hat hanging off of each. Never mind.
Oh goodness. So yeah, as you all
Okay.
begin to shift in shape, moving through, you get to this lane in the dock ward where the buildings are so tall and so tightly packed together that it looks like hardly any light could get in here, and gloom is kind of enveloping this narrow alley, and all of the street lamps have seemed to be smashed. There's only one light that pierces the darkness, and it's this faint flickering from down the lane like a distant candle. That place at the end there, that's the warehouse.
Alright.
I think it's got a main level and then a lower space beneath where they store most of the goods. imagine that most.
Well, time for a shift change.
Yeah, well, I was saying, you knock on the door. I talk.
Boko's gonna look at Redbeard. When the dot comes through the wristband, kick down the front door, kill everything that you find, except, of course, those who remain in this circle.
Redbeard kind of shrugs. Boko, are you like hanging off to the side with them, or?
Oh no, I have to go inside because I have the other wrist pocket glove.
So Jasira is staying out with them? I'm trying to understand what's happening here.
Jasira, you're going in?
No, I think we're sending all of the goblins and orcs in, and then everyone who doesn't have a disguise
if they'll just let us in, if we can do a shift change and get most of them to leave first.
All Jasira could do would be invisible, so she can be outside with the backup team if we need to.
Yeah.
Redbeard, do you know the boss's name? Can I get a name I can use to scare these guys with?
That's who I already asked.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do I know any of the of the dusk of like people and a name that I could drop?
You did a lot of scoping out of the dock work. Give me a history check at advantage.
Alright. Sorry, I'm grabbing a beer. I am almost back.
Good.
2 secs.
2 6.
Okay.
It's gonna be a real party.
At least.
At least.
Oh wait, at advantage. Not B.
Thank goodness. Hey, it's technically better. Actually, no, technically the same.
Fuck me, a 3 and a 4.
I'll say you didn't really get any like boss names. However, what you do remember is there was that orc that Redbeard got into a fight with
Redbeard
on
was
the docks.
fighting?
Yeah, so you did catch that his name was Krentz.
Or maybe I should just turn into him.
Except if he opens the door, and that's gonna be real awkward.
Eh.
You can try it. He's the only one who knows.
I'll turn into Krentz.
All right. So yeah, you shift into the form of this bulky half-orc dock worker looking individual.
Probably have to take off my coat and change into a fluffier shirt.
Clyde's gonna put on his tight pants.
The slow pants? Come on.
We're in a building. I don't have to go fast. I might have to talk. I don't know about you, but Clyde's trying to work a edge where he's gonna get all this loot.
Clyde is edging. Got it.
Yep.
Makes sense.
That's why I had to wear the tight pants.
All right, so you're rolling. You're just banging on the door.
Yep. Oi! Shift change.
Open up, you lousy louts!
There is a moment where it all seems silent. You kind of look in some of the nearby windows, and it's all still fairly dark in here. The 6 of you all...
It's Krentz, open the fucking door!
The 6
Is the
of you
door
kind
open?
So the door is closed right now.
Is
but
it unlocked?
Are you try the door, and the door does seem to be locked, the front door here anyway. But after a few moments, there's kind of some movement that you can hear with inside. And there is the door kind of, you see some figures behind the door, and they like look through, and one opens up the door, and you see this tall, lanky bugbear creature that is just standing in the doorway and just kind of looking confused.
Hey, Krens. What you doing here tonight?
Here. Special delivery.
fucked up,
What's
didn't
the-
you?
What?
We're taking over.
What do you mean taking
Get the
over?
fuck out.
What
Get
do
the
you-
fuck out. Something's coming in. We're the ones who's supposed to catch.
What do you
Boss
mean?
says
We're in
you're
the
out.
middle.
We're in.
The boss says.
The boss.
Wait, what did you say you were in the middle of?
We're in the middle of moving some stuff around. You know, we got
Yeah,
a
well.
special delivery.
You were.
What the fuck
now
do you think
we
you were
are.
moving it around for?
Hey, we didn't get told that nobody was gonna be coming by.
You're getting told now, ain't you?
Roland, if you want to go ahead and give me a persuasion check at advantage here.
This is definitely intimidation. This is like banging on the door and
Okay.
get the fuck out of my
I
way.
have a bardic inspiration with this too.
Sure.
You definitely need it.
Yeah, they're helping with the like, you know, the boss said you're getting fucking told now, like dumbass move. This is definitely a beat down incoming if he doesn't listen.
And Morien saying, it's not like we even want to be here. You don't want to be here, just go.
Are you casting suggestion on him?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So as you all just
I'll hang on to inspiration.
Yeah.
you just rough and tumble up this bugbear, and he's just,
Oh, okay. I guess if that's what they want.
Are you going to start asking questions now? After all this time?
Nah, I'll just get
Use your noggin.
some sleep.
and he just kind of
Good. Where's
leaves
your
out.
books?
He just leaves out of the main door and heads off.
See, now that right there, he's gonna go places.
Yeah, he goes.
Not up in the organization, but places.
And there's some other kind of calls from down below. Ah, what was it? Yeah, who's there? Is it all okay?
You're
And I'm just gonna look at Clyde.
taking over.
No,
What?
we need to ask him some questions too.
Shift change. You all gonna get a break.
Shift change. And you hear some more commotion as you all begin to kind of go through the doors. You find that you're in this kind of there's a few like very shallow like business front offices that are made to look the part. But after that, it's all kind of a storehouse, and you're on this upper level with a balcony kind of overlooking a lower level kind of basement below. And you see a handful of what look like other bugbears, kenku, and goblins that are in the middle of kind of maneuvering some various crates around. And they're kind of like looking up. What's all the hubbub?
We're coming in. We got something we got to do. Orders from on high. But first we gotta take a look into what you're doing around here. So take us through inspection time.
Inspections. Hate inspections. But most of
And I
these,
don't wanna hear no fucking grumbling.
And I'll loom over one of the goblins. Are you hesitating?
No!
Have you something to hide?
Here. He kind of holds up the crate over towards you.
That's better.
Alright, what's in it?
I'm not doing it. You're doing the inspection.
No, I'm asking the sorry the person who handed it to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a quiz. He handed it to you. You have it, and now he has to answer questions about it without being able to control it.
This goblin is like, it's just the normal stuff, you know.
Oh.
Right on top, we got all of your basic goods, you know, and he kind of gives you a wink, and you can see there's like bags of flour or rice or miscellaneous kind of generic mercantile
this
goods.
is the stuff.
And then he kind of pulls up and shifts the bottom, and you see rows of pretty high quality swords, daggers. There's even some like crossbow bolts in here and some small vials. Various weapons.
Now those right there, those are well packed.
Only the best for the
Yes,
boss.
I could do better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you did do better,
That-
which is why you got promoted, and now they're doing well. They're looking for a promotion, right?
Jasira, can I get a perception check from you?
Yes, give me a moment to go back to screen. We have, I think I'm on regular, yeah. Perception. Garbage.
Based on the look of these vials, can I tell what they are?
Give me
If he
an
speaks.
Alchemy tool check?
Yeah, if you have an alchemy tools, that'd be perfect.
I do.
Jasira, you're kind of sitting over with the Shalt, and you all are kind of.
Oh shit!
Okay, so Jasira, you're over
Hey,
with.
Boko, you have inspiration if you want it. From last
Oh, that's
session.
right.
Do I have inspiration from last session?
Yeah. Leading the investigation in the tower.
Yes.
Oh, I do too. Fuck.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, it's good when it
Yeah,
all just kind of
sure.
comes together.
This will be the first time inspiration does something for us.
No, you might roll another one. You
It'll be
have
a
no
2.
idea.
I can't roll
Hey!
lower than a 1. It will be
Say
another
that.
one, but it won't be a
It
low
glitched out.
one.
Hey, we were both right. You rolled a 1 and a 2 together.
Okay, we'll get to that in just a moment here. Jasira, as you're kind of hanging out, you've got Redbeard, the Shalt, and Alma, who are nearby, as you all are just kind of waiting, kind of looking for any sort of signal. You can hear various kind of distant commotion going on from within the building, but so far no signal has come through the ring yet. Anything that you guys are doing on the outside? Or are you
What
still
do you
just
think's
waiting?
happening in there? Yeah, she's just gonna kind of start conversation. What do you think's happening in there? They're kind of boisterous.
They're taking forever. I thought we were just gonna go in and punch some people.
Not with Roland. There's always a get, you know? Maybe they're trying to get intel.
There's always another angle.
I suppose, but it's just, I wish they would get on with it already.
Oh,
Yeah.
You send Morien in, you think they're gonna just start off with head bushing?
Easy there,
Nothing
Redbeard. It's a
yet.
recon mission.
Nothing yet, though. Let's just keep looking out.
That'd be the first real
When we see the
recon mission
dart,
we've ever
we'll
done.
know. You mean an actual recon mission?
First real recon mission we've ever done, and it started with boom, 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 boom. Over the fucking game.
Well, hey, you learned something then. From now on.
Also, I'm very
Sounds
much
about
enjoying
right.
this voice.
That is all from us on the outside for now.
Inside, for Boko, as you're kind of looking through this, you see that a lot of these vials, there's two types of vials in some of these crates. In the weapons crates, there are some poisons that you're fairly familiar with. They're not terribly difficult to manufacture, but they add a bite to injuries caused with weapons coated with these. But in other of these crates, they actually have what looks to be various types of narcotics that they have. And you are vaguely familiar with a few of them. One that is more noticeable and familiar is you actually find some that are
Flower.
essence of dream lily.
Dream Lily, that's what it is.
Mhm.
That's the flowers there.
And as you're
Boko's
looking,
gonna reach in and grab
Branch
the
onto the
essence
sage.
of Dream Lily and go, "Where's the rest of this?"
oh, well, it's right over there. And right about that time, there's just this small little as there are small little bombs that just begin to go off as smoke begins to spread throughout the building. The goblins start. What is it? Attack! It's the Zeds! Everybody get their arms! And as all of them begin to kind of spread out, they're suddenly crashing from some of the windows. Some of the doors get kind of broken in, and there are other figures that begin to surge into this room. And I know that we've got a... Yeah?
I would like
I'm
to
whipping
cast-
up my rifle, and I'm using the life sight from my other eye to just through the smoke fucking drop the first person in range.
Oh, I love it.
Clyde goes invisible.
Goblin or orc?
Because if there's anyone I hate more than the Dask, it's the Zahenturim.
Boko's gonna use his action to throw a dart through the pocket thing.
Yep.
Clyde
Now
panic
we're
invisible
really gonna be able to
Roland,
get in good with these guys.
Roland, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Alright, I don't get guidance on this.
But you do get the Bardic Inspiration.
I do.
Roland alone.
I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't think you need it.
Hold on, I gotta fix stream again.
It's fair.
Okay, let's
Should I just
try
roll it
this
just in
again.
case? Yeah, you're the frame keeps dropping out.
Yeah, there's a bad connection on one of my drives, and I haven't moved it over yet
Okay.
because it's a pain on OBS to remap everything.
Fair.
Are we gonna use it, or do you want to?
Should I just roll it? Should I just roll it, Clyde?
Use it? Sure. I mean, why not? Make it so no matter what, whatever this, because if it's, I could see 20 for something. I don't see more than 20.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna send it. 23 on the whiz save.
Okay. As
Just don't tell me what the DC was. Tell me I barely made it.
You pull out this rifle, and you, using that life sight, go to just take a shot at the first entity that comes through this smoke and haze. But right as you're about to pull the trigger, you notice that this individual is shorter than you're expecting. That aura of life, only about half the height of a normal humanoid. And there's this split second.
And the Zens don't have.
They're all human, as far as you are aware. The vast majority, anyway. And you have this split second of remembering that Sweetie said that they were going to be partnering with other individuals to take on the Dask. This could be
Leans into Mike.
a goblin.
Switching sides.
This could be a goblin size individual. Are you pulling the trigger?
Swing, drop one of the goblins.
So as you turn around, switching sides and firing out, no one else is yet aware of what is going on, just that combat has erupted, and in the chaos it is difficult to see. And as this conflagration begins to break out and a dart comes through on Jasira's side, we've got a few moments here. We're going to try and quickly run through. We'll see how we can do this on Theater of the Mind and see if we need to shift to a battle map for next time. I'll say in these brief moments, as Jasira and Thishalt are trying to respond with Redbeard and Alma, For those of you in the room, most of you, we'll say Rennie and Rhea, are still on the above platform. The lower level is where the smoke is coming out of. And so you guys just get the overview of this smoke starting to come out. Is there any actions that the two of you are taking to prepare for this or to kick things off
At
here?
the same time that I swing to a new target, I will call out in Roland's voice, switching sides.
In that case, can I fairy fire a bunch of the goblins we're now attacking?
You can definitely throw out a fairy fire into this area. What it might hit, you can try and avoid your friends, but it's you can't see anything within here.
No, I'm invisible. No!
Are we fighting the Dask?
Yes.
Invisible glowy thing stealing
I was
everything out of
still
these
not
boxes.
100% sure who we were fighting.
That is very clear. Nobody is 100% sure who they're fighting.
Well, there's a goblin about to drop from Roland's shot.
So yeah, as many as I can reach. I'm not going to be picky if I also light up a few of my friends.
Yep.
I want to light up everybody with fairy fire. I will make them do it at disadvantage.
Okay. Trying to toss out this.
Save, I think is a DC 17 dex at disadvantage for that.
I'm going to autosave this. Just gonna
Auto-saving. Do not turn off console while this symbol is available.
And Rhea, as you see the windows around you, some of them are broken as these smoke bombs are tossed in. You hear this call out as Roland kind of shifts and takes a shot, blasting something into oblivion, and Rennie throws out this magic. In the meantime, from these broken windows, figures, these thugs or marauders kind of start climbing through with weapons. What are you doing?
A window seems like a defensible place. Surely only you can come through at once, so I'll take up position near the closest window to try and just hit people as they're coming up.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
No!
I fall out of the window.
We are stacking up so many crits for me. Thank you.
Rhea, you go to move over to this window to kind of defend from whoever might be coming through, and they just come full force and just smash into you, and the two of you go tumbling over the railing as you fall down to the lower level below into the smoke and mist.
You know what? That's great, because before you said there were windows, I was like, I better get down there.
Rhea, you will take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you pop down onto the ground, landing on your back. And there's now suddenly someone on top of you who kind of fell down next to you as this chaos is going off.
Didn't expect someone to jump out the window. They were trying to jump in.
Clyde.
No one expects the Rhea Inquisition.
Clyde, there's this burst of light around you as you see for a moment some individuals get kind of highlighted in the smoke. You hear Roland call this out.
You see a glowing tooth for 1 second.
Ding!
We all know what happened.
What are you doing in this moment?
The chest that was open, Clyde is going to try and put as many vials and weapons into his sack of holding.
Okay.
So that even if the Zentrum get in here and try and get the loot, Clyde needs some money to spend at Kobold or go home.
Go ahead.
Joe is coming out.
Give me a dexterity check here.
Yeah.
And I believe, are you drunk?
Nice.
He went to sleep. That's
Okay.
that was in the morning. Clyde
Okay.
took a short rest and slept.
All right. Then go ahead and roll me 2d4 here.
Whoa, that rolled separate. Sorry. There you go. 2 and 2.
Okay, very nice. You get 2 +1 daggers, and you get 2 of these. I believe it's just a basic poison, is what I think it's called.
All right, and every turn Clyde is here, Clyde is going to just keep looting.
He is a goblin.
Clyde, you feel
narcotics.
there is something that goes tries to swing out at you, but just goes over your head and whiffs through the smoke. Morien, as this smoke engulfs you, you poof and misty step up to the higher levels. You find yourself out of the smoke. You see Rennie across on the platform to your left. But around you, these individuals are starting to come out of the windows, some of them hopping down into the smoke, others taking out crossbows or bows and shooting down in. You see one next to you right as you appear, who kind of turns, ready to try and take a shot at you. What are you doing?
Take a shot at me?
Yes.
You're dressed up as a...
Yeah. Okay, what is taking a shot at me?
They look to be like thugs or marauders. They're like masked individuals with weapons.
This is one of the people coming in.
Coming in, yes.
Assholes about to get their ass beat is what they are.
Okay. I am going to... How far away from me are they? I mean, are they right on top of me, or are they at a little distance?
No, they're at a little bit of a distance.
All right, I'm going to swing the crossbow up and shoot.
All right.
No!
Which... I don't have an attack set up for it. Okay, let's see here.
I swear, if you
I've
kill
only tried to
Speedy-
set up this crossbow, 3 times? I keep forgetting. This is light crossbow mechanically?
You'd have to look at the card. I do not remember offhand. I'm sorry.
I apologize. No, it is a hand crossbow. Mechanically, okay. And I get... I didn't add an attack. I didn't attack. Alright, hand crossbow is dex.
Yes.
Yes.
2 plus proficiency, and... They're not invisible, so I don't need to do that. Okay.
Yeah, these
So I
ones
will just
are,
roll
you're
it
up
as
above
is.
the smoke here.
Yep. And I lost roll 20. Here's roll 20. Yeah, that's okay. That's gonna be a miss, I think.
Yeah, you
Unless it's a zombie.
You just
If it's a
try to
zombie, I'll
pull
hit, but
around
otherwise-
and take a shot, but before you can get it off, this entity shoots their shot first. They were kind of ready for this attack, and it catches you off guard here, and you are going to take 12 points of damage as it just kind of gets stuck into your arm and kind of pulls your shot off to the side.
Ow!
Okay, well that was action and bonus action. I'm gonna back up from them for movement.
All right, as you start to move backwards, let's see, we haven't gotten to Boko. Boko, you're on the bottom now in the middle of this smoke. What are you doing?
Now, is this smoke obscuring vision?
Yes, it is.
Given my enhanced arcane eyes, I am immune to obscuration.
Very nice.
Who
You
did
need that eye.
Roland just take a shot at?
Roland just took a shot at one of these goblins that were in here when you started. However, you see other goblins that are coming through as well. And it's not exactly easy to tell the difference.
Is there still an orc next to us? Or is it all goblins?
There's a bugbear, yeah.
Boko's gonna look at the bugbear and still having a handful of this dream lily, he's gonna crush the vial in his hand and throw it into his face.
Nice.
Okay. Sure.
What does this do?
Give me just a dexterity roll here. This will be an improvised thrown weapon, and we're gonna see.
Can I use strength instead?
Sure.
For throwing, yeah.
Yeah, I will
It's close
roll a
enough
strength
here.
check, and I'm going to lean into my artificer skills, and I'm going to spend a charge of my armor of strength.
Yeah.
7 to this strength roll.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a D4. Plus. Yeah.
Roll for saving against drugs.
So the shrapnel
This is
just
good.
gets thrown into his
See what this happens
face.
to people.
And the glass from the bottle already starts to just get into his eyes and his skin, and just I can't see. And we'll see what the drugs do. But you've already just torn into this person's face by just throwing this bottle
that's
directly
fair.
at
Threw
them.
glass in his eyes.
Yeah.
That worked surprisingly well. Boko's gonna interact with object and grab another vial.
Just start chucking.
I am the Sandman.
Okay, no, Boko is reaching to throw him. Clyde's reaching in to put him into his bag.
Their hands slowly caress each other for a moment.
Jasira,
Slowly.
you see Redbeard and Alma begin to race over towards the building. What are you doing?
I think she's popping her fists or her knuckles and ready for action. She'll
All right.
probably just dash.
Dash punch.
Yeah, get a nice jump in the air and like.
You
Yeah.
and Redbeard are racing kind of stride for stride as the two of you break into this building. And you immediately come upon this individual who kind of pulls out a blade and looks at you and starts to swing out in your direction. What are you doing?
We're gonna duck and try to like avoid the blade, and then try to like swing around and hit him in the rib cage with like an uppercut.
Yeah, give me a couple of attacks here.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Time to kick some ass, I hope. 1. Nice. 2. Less nice.
Nice. One at least hits. Go and give me some damage for that.
I think we're gonna also go for a flurry of blows though, because it's been a hot minute. So, 1 more. 2 more.
Yeah, give me both damage for both of those.
Nice. We're gonna hurt.
Yeah, so this blade comes out and it catches you right on the side as you're trying to duck underneath it. And you will take 12 points of slashing damage from the blade, but you repay it in kind of cracking out at the individual's legs, dropping him down onto one knee, and then Redbeard just comes up and smashes him right in the face, and you see just the blood from a broken nose, and he just brings down both his hands and cracks onto his skull, and the individual drops down beside you, and he kind of gives you a nod as you rush in, and you come up to see where Rennie is kind of on this balcony, and there is just chaos below, sounds of the fight breaking out, and just the smoke kind of still billowing up and starting to reach towards the upper levels as more individuals are still climbing through these windows here. Thishalt, you kind of come rushing up. You get kind of to the doorway, and you see Redbeard and Jasira outpace you, and you look around trying to like give a comment to Alma of like, oh, we'll get up there eventually, and Alma's gone too. You don't know where she went or disappeared off to, but you can see a couple of these individuals to kind of they're about like 40-50 feet away from you if you have anything at range you'd like to use.
Alrighty. Yeah, let's fire a couple steam blasts at him. Within range.
Steam facial delivery.
That's up.
Zero duck.
They're still coming in, so there are still more people coming in through the windows?
There are, yeah.
Yeah, because if I'm
There's probably a good 2 or 3 dozen individuals here that have been coming into this building.
I am unfortunately away from my computer, so you can roll me for.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Just a couple steam blasts. Should be in my basic attack.
All right. Schalt. The hydro cannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, we got one to hit. Not too bad. You blast off into one from the side here.
And none of them hit Jasira for
I
once.
know, that's crazy.
Oh my
There were
god.
2 1s.
Jasira, you're gonna have to find a different way to exfoliate.
I don't think that'll be hard, but you know.
My wife's mission is to just make it to where somebody never misses again.
Now, as this chaos begins to unfold, still trying to determine who is who and what you're fighting, I would now like each of you within the battle here to make me a wisdom saving throw. And for those who can see through the the fog and smoke with some way, whether it being up on the top, like Thashalt, Jasira, Redbeard, Rennie, and Morien, or Roland with your life sight, you guys can make it at advantage. For Boko, you do not have to make this check as you can see through unimpeded.
Wisdom saving throw, you said?
No, Boko, you go ahead and make it with advantage as well,
spend my
because you're still not
advantage.
just.
Right.
Okay.
Everybody should be at advantage except for Clyde and Rhea. I think it's
Clyde,
probably the
yeah,
easier way to do it. Because they're the only ones down on the bottom still.
Mine doesn't matter. I got an 8 at advantage.
Your inspiration,
Okay.
you mean?
Morien is an 11. Jasira is a 17. Oh, I should roll for these guys. Ooh, they actually did pretty well. Ooh, okay. So Jasira, you can clearly catch that Roland is. You heard the voice switch sides, and you see Roland now attacking some of these goblinoid creatures. But the ones coming into the building, they are also goblinoids, and it's difficult to tell them apart. There seem to be some visual indicators that you can tell from the ones coming in. They're much. Their equipment is nicer, higher quality, more polished, and there's almost a bit of swagger to these goblins or goblinoids. They have a bit of personality and flair, whereas the other ones are more like fairly bland in their costuming. You start to pick this out from the crowd. Boko, you start to notice these patterns as well, and Roland is very familiar with them already. For Morien and Rhea and Clyde, you don't know which goblin is which.
Clyde hasn't looked up. Clyde is looking in the box of stuff.
And trying to just avoid combat here, Clyde. But for Rhea and Morien, the fight is confusing, and you don't know which side is which. Redbeard seems to have a little bit of an indication here, and we'll check for Thashalt. Put him on advantage for this. Thashalt also, probably unsurprisingly, doesn't know goblins from goblins here. And
wow, okay. He knew he was here to punch goblins.
The mixing of these two different factions is not as clear and evident, and it turns out into an all-out brawl here. For those who succeeded the wisdom save, you all are able to kind of find ways to align yourselves and do have resistance to this damage that's coming in. I'll get that one later.
I'll get that one later.
It went down underneath my desk somewhere. I don't know where. Okay, so
Hopefully it wasn't a D4.
over the course of this brawl, with the sides relatively even after all things said and done, it is about 21 points of damage that all of those who have failed are going to be taking. So Clyde, Rhea, and...
Is this all at once, or is this
This is
multiple
over the course
occurrences?
of multiple rounds. Yeah, this is multiple rounds.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a couple con saves to see if I stay invisible. If not, I'm going to cast invisibility again to become invisible and continue looting.
Okay, go ahead with the invisibility. I'll say that you also take half of that damage. So instead of, I said 21, it will only be 10. So just go ahead and roll me one Constitution save for that.
Yeah, I'm not great at con.
Hey! There, you just see a man appear. Oh, pardon me. Pop back invisible.
Being in the box of the loot helps.
It's in the fucking box.
Clyde!
All right. And then for Rennie, Jasira, Roland, and Boko, you all will take 10 points of damage just through the brawl and chaos as eventually the smoke starts to clear and there is a heavy amount of carnage. And there are only a few remaining fights that are starting to clear up. But for the vast majority, it looks like this attack on this warehouse has been somewhat successful. You see a couple Kenku and one goblin that seems to be of the Dask still kind of surviving and fighting against this combined force of Zahintrum and apparently some of the goblinoids from Sweetie's Split Jolt Salvage. And as this is
Kenku?
Yeah, there are some Kenku. And as this is starting to die down, as the smoke is starting to clear and you see the main bit of the fight has ended, you also hear distant sirens of the guard starting to approach. And as you all are left in this moment of how you're going to handle the fallout of this fight, we're going to go ahead and wrap up there, and we will pick up with you all potentially racing against the clock to get the answers that you have and get out before the guard arrive, or trying to find a way to talk your way through the guard when they do. And so with that, we will pick up there next time and see you then.
Ah, shit, I have narcotics on me now. I can't talk to